Well, happy Monday, everyone. This is Greg Dixon, Chief Enabler for Shared Visions Unlimited, Multimedia Publishing and Marketing. And today the question is, or the it's actually both the question and a statement here: how I provide value for your stories, publishing, and marketing. So, if you've been following my blog posts and if you've been following what I've been saying for a while, is I've been promoting a thing called the Golden Publishing Sales Machine. And the idea of the Golden Publishing Sales Machine is to take your golden content and publish everywhere in terms, including books in all formats, which is a print book, ebook, audiobook, and a digital experience edition, which I've going to elaborate on more soon, but it's basically something that I've been offering for a while. And I also think that a book, most nonprofit books, can also be turned into a membership program. So that's the kind of the key to the sales machine part of it, is the membership program, which is fairly unique to me. And then the marketing side of it, I take the same approach with the publishing as I do with the marketing, put it out everywhere. And so I've been talking about this Golden Publishing Sales Machine online for a while, and I've been looking at the stats on my website, and almost nobody seems to be reading the posts about the Golden Publishing Sales Machine, but they are looking at posts I've done a year or 2 years ago for family and personal story productions. So that was interesting. So today I thought, Google knows more about me than I know about me sometimes, knows a bit more about everybody, what they're going to do. So I just said, well, okay, I've been posting these things about the Golden Publishing Sales Machine, and most people are interested in the story productions thing. And so I asked if there was a market for the Golden Publishing Sales Machine. And the first thing it said was, yes, there absolutely is a massive market for the Golden Publishing Sales Machine. But however, you might want to use the storytelling aspect and the story production element to that, and it'll have a more of an appeal. So, okay, that makes sense. And so basically, and the other thing it said is to emphasize the membership program and the digital experience edition, because that's something fairly unique to me and what I do. And the other thing it said was kind of interesting, is it came with the assumption that nobody really wants to do any work related to their books or courses. So that's why they call me to help them with it as the chief enabler. And that rung a bell, because in a way, almost everything I've done, I sort of fell in love with websites and started creating websites just because I just really like the idea is that you can put something up and everybody anywhere with an internet connection can read what you've created. So that really had an appeal to me. So, but a lot of things I got into because people contacted me and asked if I do it. I got into the book business because Rocket Norton called me, as somebody I'd known for a long time. He was a drummer with Prism, various musical projects. I'd helped him with a bunch of things. He asked me to build some websites for him. And then he also asked me to help him publish a book he had written. It's called Rocket Norton, Lost in Space. And then after that, he asked me to help him with a bunch of other books that he wrote. So I helped get his book. We printed it out of Calgary, but everything else we've launched on Amazon. And I've created a digital experience edition called the Rocket Norton Vault, where basically all of his books, a lot of the music from the various bands he was in, a lot of video, a lot of stuff is all in this digital experience edition. So, but that came a lot out of people asking me to do things. I've done tons and tons of video projects for people. I've done videotapes. I've done keynote presentations. I've done little documentaries for organizations. I've done speaker reels for speakers. I've done a lot of video work over the years, almost all from people asking me to help with something. And I was asked to help compile a basic program for the supervisor for somebody I was in a band with years ago. It's called the Strange Bedfellows, and the woman, the singer, was a PhD candidate in applied psychology. Anyway, that ended up leading to me creating a website and online programs, psychometric assessment systems, for something like 25 years. So I worked with Rocket Norton probably for 25 years. I worked with HR Decisions for 25 years, doing part-time. And then many other things. I've done weird and wonderful things with Kartra. What Gemini said is my superpower is really my ability to deal with all these tech platforms that nobody else wants to deal with. So, along those lines I ended up working with Betty Withrow to format books, because I had figured out how to use a tool to format. And often, even though it's not my primary thing, I ended up creating book covers or adapting book covers to work, because it's really the hardest thing about a print book is getting the cover to fit the standards, fit the lines, because Amazon wants it to be exact for printing. So that was the challenge. So that's the thing is so Gemini basically sort of in a way has caused me to second guess this thing about publishing. Build your golden publishing sales machine is that maybe the market is there. I'm going to still do it. I'm going to publish the book. I also have a couple of books related to story productions. I've done lots of broadcasts about how to do it, how to go about doing it. And in the Build Your Golden Publishing Sales Machine membership program that I'm developing right now, there's a lot of material about story productions, and there's going to be more and more about audiobook recordings and all those other things, all that's related to do it. But the people who call me and want help want me to do it. Like I've had probably 100 Kartra clients over the years, and in some ways Kartra is pretty easy to do. People can figure it out all as long as they know what they want to do, and I could coach them on that, but virtually nobody's wanted to do it. I think I've had one website client where I set up in WordPress where I can give somebody a user access, and they can do stuff. Virtually nobody wants to do it themselves. So the reality is no matter how much I want to maybe escape this, people ask me. The reason they call me is because I can figure out how to do stuff. I know how to do a lot of stuff, and I can get it done. I've inherited quite a few projects, websites, and things where somebody had started doing it and then ran away or stopped answering the calls. So I've ended up with, some of those projects that lasted years. And so anyway, I guess what I think I can do, I posted this the other day, is in terms of the golden publishing sales machine, is I add the most value for people who have already published books and courses, and maybe they've had some success with those, or maybe they haven't, but they think there might be more potential in that. So I can help those. And almost in every case, I would create a digital experience edition and a membership program where we can bundle all those other things and set up to do live presentations, live webinars, and video in order to promote. And every section out of the content that's in those books and courses can be a blog post. attracting people to the digital experience edition and selling it. So my experience with helping people, authors, publish their books is one of the frustrations is the vast majority of the authors don't do any promotion of their books either before or after they've published. It's sort of like a checkbox item that says check it off, says, oh, I got the book published, that's done, I'll go do something else. And which it's a little bit frustrating for after you've gone to the work of publishing it that nothing happens with it. So that's part of why I bundle in the both the books publishing everywhere, membership course, and the marketing. And my experience is the most money for some of the books when we did try to sell them is I made the sales. So what I did with one book is people signed up for the digital experience edition, and we also sent them a printed copy of the book. With Amazon, you can send an author copy and send out the book. So it was the best of both worlds. People could get instant access to the book and related material, sort of seconds after they hold their credit card to the screen. And then within about a week, they would have the printed book in their hands. And so that model worked pretty well. Again, people have different preferences. Some people really like the digital versions. Some people like flip books. Some people like Kindle ebooks, and some people like audiobooks. So part of my publish everywhere in every format is we'll try to get it and get it into the hands with the people how they like to consume it. I've been subscribing to audiobooks recently, and even if I have stuff that's in video, I often listen to it with my eyes closed, so I'm a bit more audio. And Bonnie's the other way. She would much rather read something because she can read faster than she can listen to something. And so what I want to do is get your material out in a format, any format that people want to consume, any format that pays, right? And all the platforms. I now know how to get it out broad and wide. And that's what I'm going to do with my own books going forward. And so those are the things. So that was one. So you already have something. The other group of people who could benefit from my help is if you have an outline or maybe a draft for something like a book or an online course. I'm working with one client right now. He was a long-term client before Kartra. Is in the mortgage note business, and now he has a PhD, and he has a program on leadership that he's been sitting on for 4 years, and I'm going to help him develop that, put it into a digital experience edition. We'll start possibly do some online workshops about this, and we'll see where we can go with it. There'll be a book and a course, membership course, and so we can help somebody like that. And so I don't know where you fit. Do you have, and also if you've got something, you just have ideas, you've got notes, you really think the world could use some help in a certain area. It could be on any topic, really. That's the good thing about publishing is you never know who's going to walk in the door. And even as a consultant, I never know who's going to walk in the door. I get a phone call from somebody to help with their Kartra account, and I asked what they did, and they said, we have a note investment university. And it says, what's a note? So I now know more about mortgage notes for real estate investing than I did before. And so it's always kind of fun to learn something new and go from there. So maybe you can think about what it is you want to share with the world. What's your special gift? What do you want help with? And I have a couple of packages, but I can also help. If let's say you got 90%, I know people who've got books out there, they've got courses out there, and they're doing pretty well. And maybe there's the missing thing. Maybe the only thing you're missing is an audiobook, and I'll help with that. Or maybe you can see value in sort of a comprehensive membership program, which takes which allows people to have access to your collective works and collective wisdom, and it's worthwhile doing some promotion of that. Anyway, whatever it is, let's have a chat. Give me a call. Contact me through this medium. Send me a text message, and there's I think in the show notes here, there's a link to make an appointment with me, and let's talk about your publishing and marketing goals, and actually talk about anything, yeah, music, whatever it is you're interested in. I'll also do broadcasts and with people in order to discuss what it is they're doing. Like I've done interviews with quite a few small publishing, sort of mom and pop publishing companies, some with a specialty, and then we've people who are just doing interesting stuff in the world, and happy to have a online conversation and get that out. So anyway, give me a call. Let me know where you're at, what you want to do, see if I can help, and talk to you soon. Oh yeah, by the way, there's going to be a little video that runs. Bonnie and I have been brand ambassadors for LifeWave products, and their main products are phototherapy patches, and the video will explain how they work. They also have some water and nutrition things and skincare, but by far the main anchor of the company and the main thing that we use and we have lots of our friends and customers use are the phototherapy patches. Anyway, talk to you soon.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. LifeWave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative powers and provide specific health benefits, all without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals, all helping you to stay healthy and young. To find out more, contact your distributor or visit lifewave.com. LifeWave. Live long, live well.